Okay, we are a little short. We had a technical difficulty, so we are about 3 people short, but we're going to go ahead and film anyway. You can see who we have here. Some of our guests had to leave because of our delay, but we're ready to start.
In life, knowledge is key, not only for individuals, for a community, but for us as a country. So why does the lot cost between $3,321 to $31,347? As you can see from the screen, college tuition costs between $3,321 for a 2-year college and way up to $31,347 for a 4-year college. And sadly, many people are beginning to give up on the lock as well as throw away the key. And I know everyone may not agree, but I ask you to listen with an open heart and see why I believe if college was free, it would help more people achieve in life. People commit one crime and they're provided with things like housing, clothing, food, and medical care for free. Yet a person who hasn't done anything wrong is not only required to pay for college the thousands of dollars it costs, but also made to pay all these same costs that someone is getting for free. And don't only think about those costs that a prisoner doesn't have to think about, like transportation and gas, childcare, and even taxes. Now think about all the taxes you pay, and think about the fact that 4% of that, or $49 billion of that, goes to pay for people in prison. And not only those in prison, but it also pays for things like the juvenile justice programs, parole, and other correctional programs. All people are talking about is money, but how does any of these costs benefit any of us? And the costs, it continues to go up when because more people are sent to prison for longer times, and more people are being sent to prison. Cost is important, but is this cost benefiting any of us? And as we speak of cost, in today's society, many people are deciding not to go to college because of the reason of cost. 23% of people say they don't go to college because they can't afford it, yet 11% say they don't go because they have to take care of their family. And this is going up even more because college tuition has went up about 8.3%. College is where we want most of our society to go, but many people decide not to, especially with the cost has leaped 6-fold since the 1980s. College has become at its record high of $5,189 per year, and many people are giving less. And I believe there's 3 reasons that many colleges are raising their tuition.
3 minutes.
One reason I believe people are raising their tuition is because they with less students, they begin to cut their funds. Of the 50 states, 47 have cut their funds. The only states who haven't cut their funds is North Dakota, Wyoming, and Alaska. And even in the last couple of years, 13 states have cut their funds even more. With less students, the government system gives less money. So what is going to continue to happen as less students go to college, colleges are going to continue to raise their costs because though they're getting less money, they're still required to pay for those same bills. And also the fact that people not only think of the cost of colleges, but they don't think of the other costs people are required to pay for. Many parents are deciding to give less to college students, which makes it where the children and the young adults are having to provide more for themselves. It has decreased from its recent cost of 13%. The world is forgetting that our future generation is based on the high school students of today, as well as the young adults. 65.9% of high school students go to college after high school. Though many think this is a big number, this is actually a decrease from what it was last year in 2013 of 66.2%. And even when it was at its peaks, it was at 70.1% in 2009, which is 6 years ago. Many people are deciding to go for quicker money rather than thinking of the benefits of college. No, people are now today no longer looking at college as a benefit, but just another added cost for them. And sadly, I know that in the future that many with less people going there, less careers people are going for. And I know that there's 2 sides to a story. There's college probably thinking about things like their rank and their bills that come with it. But what people don't get is even with college being free, that does not mean that people will be accepted into the college, so their rank won't be affected. Also the fact, with more students coming in, that will help rank go up. Think about all the money that people give to pay for tuition, things like scholarships and financial aid. If college was free, more of this money would be given to the school rather than to students to pay for college. And there's also, people forget, there's also multiple ways to pay for things, like recycling and reusing things like books and equipment. The world is forgetting the importance of college, and they're just giving up on it. And with more people going to college, they'll think of the future careers that are the most important, like our scientists, our doctors, and our mathematicians. Many people are giving up on these careers because though they're the most important, they're the most expensive. So when college is free, more people will be willing to go for these careers, which will not only help us as an individual, but will help the country. With prices at the highest, people are giving up on these careers, and it's not only affecting individuals, it affects our country. Because with less doctors, the costs are beginning to go up on careers like this because there are less of them. The world is forgetting that our competition isn't each other, but the other countries that go against us. But even in those other countries, they're costing people less to go to college. We're supposed to be taking care of each other, but the only thing the world is looking at is money. And with free costs, even in other countries that do have free costs, they have things like registration fees, and some have higher taxes. Now, people think of higher taxes, but they don't think of the fact that taxes go up for gas monthly, but we could be stopping that person who's going to make the car that runs on things like air or even dirt. There's people who pay taxes and extra taxes for medical care, but we could be stopping the person who can find the cure. No one knows what the future holds, but people have to remember that we want the society to be happy to go to school. We want people to be happy to go for their associates, their bachelors, even their masters. But nobody wants to spend 2 to 8 years in college to get a career just to make all that money to spend 15 years trying to pay off the taxes. And I know money is important to people, but they have to remember, is the money really going to be that important when no one, not just some people are unwilling to pay for it, but no one is willing to pay for it and seeing the benefit in college.
7 minutes exactly.
You're pretty good talking. Not a race on that.